So we all like watching movies or reading books, and we often talk about books or movies with our friends or family. But how can you describe a really good book you read or a really good movie that you've watched? What words do you use? Well, you probably use adjectives like interesting, exciting, fun, which of course are fine, but English has a massive vocabulary and there are lots of adjectives you can use to describe movies or books in a much more specific way. So in this lesson, I'm going to show you 15 different adjectives you can use to describe your favorite or your worst movies and books. But if we're just meeting for the first time, hi, I'm teacher Luke, and I make English lessons just like this here on YouTube for English learners just like you. So if this is something you're interested in, please hit that subscribe button and press like on this video too. Okay then, well let's get started with these 15 adjectives. First adjective I want to teach you is fast-paced. Fast-paced. We use this when the story in the movie or the book happens very quickly. What I mean is that there are a lot of events or actions that keep happening in the story. It's similar to exciting, but it is a little bit more specific than exciting. Fast-paced. For example, the Avengers movies are typically very fast-paced. The actions and events happen very quickly throughout those movies. How about you? Do you like watching fast-paced movies? Let me know below in the comments. Number 2 is the opposite of fast-paced. It is slow-paced. Now this is synonymous with boring. We use this when the story is very slow. I mean, not much happens from the beginning all the way to the end. Maybe it's a movie that has a lot of dialogue, but not many events or much action. In a sentence, I struggled to finish that book because it was so slow-paced. Number 3 is implausible. Implausible. We use this when the storyline or the characters are very hard to believe, or that you think it's very unlikely to happen, because the story doesn't make much sense. In a sentence, I didn't like that book because the characters were totally implausible. I couldn't believe them at all. Number 4 is intriguing. Intriguing. Now, intriguing is synonymous with interesting, but we use it when the story is very interesting, but also arouses your curiosity. It makes you think a lot. So it is a little bit different than interesting. And this is a very advanced word, so you can use this next time you come across a movie or a book that really made you think. In a sentence, the plot was so intriguing, I couldn't predict how it was going to end. Before I tell you number 5, if you think this lesson is useful, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Okay, number 5 is hilarious. Hilarious. Hilarious just means very funny. Actually, it means more than just very funny. It means very, very funny. We use this when something is extremely funny. For example, the movie was so hilarious, I've never laughed so much in my life. Number 6 is kind of the opposite of hilarious, and it is depressing. Depressing. This means very sad. And of course, lots of movies and books are depressing. They are very sad. For example, the movie was really good, but it was so depressing. 7 is an easy one. It is entertaining. Entertaining. We use this when a movie is just very fun. It doesn't really make you think much. It doesn't make you laugh that much, but overall, it's just a very fun movie. We can say entertaining. For example, I like watching light and entertaining movies on a Sunday afternoon. 8 is moving. Moving. There is a synonym for this which basically means the same thing, and that is touching. So touching and moving, they both mean very emotional. Now this is different than depressing. Depressing means very sad, where touching or moving mean emotional, usually in a good way. So this has a positive connotation. In a sentence, I always cry when I watch moving movies. Okay, how about you? What movie have you seen that was very moving? Let me know below in the comments. And again, if you think this is useful, please give it a thumbs up. Number 9 is riveting. Riveting. We use this when a book or a movie totally grabs your attention and you can't take your eyes off it. It can be used to describe the story of a movie or a book, or even an actor or actress's performance. In a sentence, her performance was so riveting, I couldn't take my eyes off her. Number 10 is haunting. Haunting. Now we use this when the story in a movie or a book stays with you for a long time. You just can't forget it. Usually because that story was either very sad, very violent, or very scary. So it's used for negative things like that. In a sentence, I can't believe that movie was based on a true story. It was so haunting. Okay, before we go on, I have a quick challenge for you. Can you describe your favorite book or movie below in the comments using some of these adjectives? Do that and I'll definitely check it and respond to your comment. Number 11 is thought-provoking. Thought-provoking. We use this when a story makes you think and makes you ask a lot of questions. Usually about things that you haven't thought about before. Or it makes you change your mind about something. This is what thought-provoking means. For example, when I read that book, I thought it was so thought-provoking because it raised so many questions. Number 12 is original. Original. We use this when the story is very unique or told in a new way. We call these original stories, original movies, original books, etc. In a sentence, I'm always excited when I see an original movie in the cinema. Number 13 is big budget. Big budget. Now this one's not used for books, it's mostly used for movies, and it means that that movie production cost a lot of money. And it usually has special effects like CGI, or it has a lot of famous actors and actresses. This is what big budget means. In a sentence, most Hollywood movies nowadays are very big budget. 14 is powerful. Powerful. We use this when the story has an important or strong message. And we can use this for an actor or actress's performance if it was very strong and impressive. So this is a good adjective to use. Powerful. I like movies which have a powerful message. And 15 is bloody. Bloody. Now you could probably guess what this one means. We use this when a movie or a book has a lot of violence in it. And especially in movies when they have a lot of fighting scenes and there's actually a lot of blood. We can say it was a bloody movie. For example, when I was younger, I used to really like bloody movies, but now I'm older, I don't like them as much. Okay, so those were 15 really useful adjectives you can use to describe books or movies. Your job now is to use them by describing your favorite book or movie below in the comments. Don't forget to do that and I'll definitely check it and reply to your comment. Okay, that's it from me for this week. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Take care.